how has New York changed since 9/11?
Well, I don't know. I've never been here before.
You never been here?
Usually go watch the U.S. Open, you know.
Oh, right, yeah.
And prior to 9/11, I could just waltz in, you know.
Yeah.
And now, obviously, because of security reasons, it's a little more rigid, you know.
Right.
More tension.
More tension.
Yeah.
You feel more tension here?
Yes, we do. We do, definitely, because we've been in a lot of places in US, and in here you do feel more tension.
Today when I come here, I was really shocked.
You were
So
shocked.
many flags. I say that one flag, one life.
Yeah, one flag, one life, yeah.
We've been working with Battery Park for the last 4 years, putting up fields, but this is the first field that we've had to have one flag representing each person that died that day.
And how did this place change?
Yeah, I really think people bonded together through 9/11, and it really created a solidarity between New Yorkers.
We've asked people from Spain, we've asked some people from Denmark, from Germany, China. If you think about what this place meant to you, New York, before 9/11 and then after 9/11, how did it change for you?
Well, let me just say something to you. I've always, you know, I'm born and raised here, so I love it. It's a piece of my heart. But, you know, I used to pass them, I worked a couple of blocks away, so I took it for granted. Not only that, every time I would ride by on the Parkway, I'd see it. And those two towers were towers of freedom, and our innocence was stolen at that time when the towers were attacked. And it was an attack on, you know, me personally and this whole country, you know, and people in the world, for matter of fact. But and the country rallied around New York when she needed it most.
New York's a very feisty, very proud people.
Very feisty and proud,
yes. And obviously we have a strong fortitude with after 9/11 to come back to build what we did, get where we are and beyond is credit to the people of New York City.
We're up here to remember our fallen brothers for the anniversary, and we're with a group of guys that we work with, and just, you know, to help out and just do our part.
Right.
Before 9/11, I had no interest in ever coming here.
Interesting.
And that was just me.
And y'all all grew up in Houston.
Correct. Correct. But after 9/11, it was just like
you would have gone to Vegas before you went to New York.
Right? Exactly. But after 9/11, we had that bond, and it was just like, you know, we had to do our part.
Right.
I was so sad.
Yeah.
Well,
where were you? Were you in Lebanon or Egypt?
I was in Lebanon, but when I was watching what happened on TV.
Did you see it?
They took me to the hospital.
They took you to the hospital?
Yeah. I was so depressed.
Did you go into shock?
Yes.
You went to the hospital?
To the hospital.
Wow. And you had never been to New York?
No. It was not the way to go to Iraq to solve this problem.
You create maybe more problems,
Saddam is a criminal. Yes. Everybody was trying to get rid of him. Yes. But this was not the way to heal your wounds here.
Right. Okay, so I'm Jeff from
Brian.
Brian, okay, and I'm doing well. And you're a native New Yorker, or you've been here?
No, I'm from Denver, Colorado. I've been in New York 30 years, and I've been down here for 25, and I just live 6 blocks from the North Tower.
You live 6 blocks from the North Tower.
Right.
So were you home that day?
I was home. I was looking out my window. I was looking at the buildings like I do every single morning when I shave.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just shave, and, you know, it's part of a ritual.
Yeah.
And that morning it's so interesting because there were 2 scaffolds of window washers just starting at the top of the North Tower on the corners, and I was thinking, God, how long does it take them to get down from there? And just as I said that, I heard the plane coming right over my head, and it was the sound when it hit the building was horrific. It was like a million tin cans being crushed. Because as soon as I looked up at the plane that went in, the 2 scaffolds were gone.
Oh yeah, the two guys were gone.
Yeah. They were gone, and I was just like, you know, I don't know which bothered me more or what.
Right.
You know, and it's just this juxtaposition of terror and death, and the quantity of the death of 3,000 people versus 2 people.
Those two guys that you had just commented on.
Yeah, that I was just looking. I mean, I had this assimilation with them in my own mind, and they were dead, and that was hard to say.
Down the street, he says, "Oh my God, a plane's just gone into the World Trade Center." I said, "Are you kidding me? My wife works there." Still in my pajamas because I work from home. Grab my keys, run down the stairs barefoot, out of the middle of Thompson Street. Sight line of Thompson Street ends with the World Trade Center sticking out of the end of the sight line. So the big hole there. Thought, what do I do? What do I do? And I said, should I go down there? And all of a sudden I saw chaos. I saw the barricades in my mind. I saw the barricades up. I saw all kinds of stuff going on. You know, police. I know how New York handles an emergency. And I thought, no, she'll come down without her purse.
Was she in that tower?
I didn't know which tower she was in. She just started working there.
Ah, right.
2 weeks. She was in Tower 1, but I thought it was that, but I wasn't sure. Right. You know, you think you know, then you think you don't know, or you think you do know, and then you're not sure, and that type of thing. And I said, she'll come down without her purse. She'll, you know, and I said, but she won't have her cell phone with her. And she may not remember my cell phone number if I'm out there too, but she will remember the home phone number. And I'll go home because 2 moving targets can't find each other. One has to stay stationary. And I thought that all in about 5 seconds. Boom, 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 like that. And I went upstairs and I stayed there. And so I had to go get food at 3:30. And I didn't just stay there. I tried calling her, and then I couldn't reach her, either her cell phone or her office phone. I called the FBI. I grabbed the phone book and said, I got to do something. Called the FBI and told them what I knew. I said, that was no accident. I said, that was no accident. That plane was going full throttle. It was a twin-engine jet. It was going full throttle.
And this was before the second one?
Yes, before the second one. It was going full throttle, and
so it came in from this direction then, yeah. And then where did the second one come from?
It came, well, if basically it came in from this direction, swooping around like this.
Right.
Like this. So
right.
If it came, you know, like this.
Right here. And then, so how long did you wait?
Well, I mean, I sat there and watched the second plane. The second plane I thought was an accident.
Right.
Because I thought, oh my God, air traffic control told him to turn. He wasn't watching what he was doing or something, and he crashed into the. I mean, that's what I thought the first thing. I knew the first one wasn't, but I couldn't believe the second one would. So I'm thinking the second one was an accident at first. That's how crazy it was. I'm thinking media was, you know, listen, these reporters are in shock too. All right, they're only human beings, but he said, regardless of what you've heard of the news, the highest floor anyone got out of was 91. Because we have everything.
And how many floors were there?
We have up to 100. Okay, and we've been in touch with the other companies that have things above that. So, you know, Cantor Fitzgerald, and then, of course, the Windows of the World. And at that point, I knew, it just came right there. I said, NFW. I said, no, she's gone. Well, she's gone. I self-determined right there, she's gone.
So what do you think New York needs to do to heal?
They're doing it. But the thing is, what I love is seeing the progress.
Yeah.
Because as this is no longer a pit, okay, as this thing happens, it's like things are coming back to life. And this is going to be something, and that's going to be something. And there's another seat right here. See right here?
Right.
This is tower 3 right here. Okay? No, this is tower 2.
That's 1.
This is 1.
7? Is that 7?
This is 4.
4.
Okay. And I think this is, see how it's rising up here?
Right.
I think this is 3. And 2 is over there, still down, putting the foundations in. And 5 hasn't been even started yet because they're building the vehicle security area, screening center right now. The memorial is back in there. You can see the memorial, the museum building right here. Okay, it's the top of it. The Calatrava station is going in over here, and hopefully there'll be a performing arts center built